Hello, I am Mystic Orange and you're listening into Talking in the Shadows. This is episode 89, 88, I think. Um, so, in this video, I'm going to cover um, Volume 7, Chapter 3. Um, so, every day I put out two videos talking about each episode. At least that's what I'm hoping to do. Um, in this video, I'm going to talk about chapter 3. Mainly, in this video, I'm going to talk about the Ace Ops. Um, so, I kind of find the Ace Ops kind of boring. Um, they're kind of bland, aren't they? First of all, I have to go with the looks first. Um, there's not much going on with the outfits. I know they're supposed to be like working from Ironwood and they're supposed to have like same clothes, but it just makes them seem boring. They just have white, blue, red color scheme. There's nothing else going for them. There's no individuality. Maybe that was on purpose, but in execution, this makes them really boring, and it makes me not care for them. You know, um, I find that each of the personalities kind of boring as well. It's just uh, first we have Clover, who is kind of boring, a boring leader. Um, then there's Harriet, who's just a boring bitch. Um, then we have like a boring fauna guy Marrow, then a boring um, other guy Vine, and then a boring other girl Elm. And yeah, they don't have anything else going for them except like you know something. Um, so Clover, he's kind of the leader. Um, his semblance is good luck. I was never a fan of the look semblances for any. I didn't like it for Crow. I certainly don't like it for Clover either. I find the look semblance thing kind of like contrived. There are no visual cues for them, so I can't tell like when the semblance is working or not. So, you know, and I feel like it's kind of useless way to introduce his semblance. And he kind of has a boring voice as well. So yeah, I don't care much about Clover. As much as do, I don't care about the any others. Um, he kind of makes me think of Shiro from Voltron, except Voltron Shiro, like he's at least more interesting. Um, as for Clover, he's not interesting at all. He's just good luck, uh, crow. That's it. Um, then there's Harriet, who's kind of like a bit of a. Um, she has a bitchy attitude, which I'm not fan of. Um, her semblance is super speed, but like nearly every character has that semblance. Like as Ruby has that, Oblak has that. Like, maybe try a new semblance. Although I think speed kind of suits her. Um, you know, so yeah. For like the hair tortoise thing, it kind of suits her. As for uh, there's nothing else. I think they're trying to like um, have her go along with Ruby, like have a conflict with that. But I think it's kind of a boring thing to have a conflict over, like who's the fastest. Like it, that's like a very boring conversation. Then we have Vine. I think he's the most boring of the characters. He has a very boring voice. His semblance is at least interesting. He kind of reminds me of like the Incredibles lady girl, lady, who can like stretch her arms and stuff. Who, yeah, he kind of reminds me of that. So like, semblance wise, he is interesting, but he's so boring. Like, fast forward to the future, I didn't care for him dying. Is like the most boring of them all. I think he is supposed to be like parallel to Weiss. I think like he's like all white and Weiss is all white. I don't know. There's nothing else there either. They don't. I don't think they ever interact. Which is a shame. I think maybe they have like I think they're both Atlas types. Maybe they have like uh, opinions on Atlas things. I don't know. Um, then there's Maro, who's like the token faunus. All he talks about is being a faunus, and it's so annoying. There's nothing else. As if like he's the one who's getting discriminated. He never. I don't think Maro or Blake interact, and there's nothing else going for him. Um, I do like his semblance though. Like he can freeze people, I guess. Like freeze people in their places, which is interesting. Um, but his personality is just like I'm a fauna, complains about being a fauna. Yeah. Um, and then I think the last one is Elm. She's kind of like a big girl energy. I think her semblance is like sticky feet, but kind of like she, her semblance is kind of remind me of what geckos do, like climbing up walls with the sticky feet. Except she never climbs up walls. Um, yeah. So if only she could climb walls, that would be really fun to watch. But she doesn't have that. She just has sticky feet. That's um, th- she could be a parallel to Yang, but I don't think they interact, except that one fight they have with each other. So she's like the big girl energy. Yang is a big girl energy. Um, I think they could have, tied each characters to the like counterpart. I know they kind of do that with Crow and Clover, but all they talk about is their semblance, like and whatever. But like, is that it? So I think they could have gone a little bit more with the Aesops. They're kind of boring for me. So that's my thought for these characters. Yeah. Um, um, that uh, it for this video. Check wait check out for my later videos. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, and have a lovely day.